Hey guys, it's God Bars here, the self-proclaimed hip-hop historian, and this is the 420th episode of my series, where I grab a vinyl from my collection, talk about why I love it, what influence it has, and what its place is in the grand scheme of hip-hop. So this is one of those albums that really kind of highlights the connection between Bay Area hip-hop and Southern rap in the 90s. Because Brotha Lynch Hung's 1995 LP, Season of the Sickness, The Resurrection, shows so much in common with acts like 3 6 Mafia, from the flows and dark themes to the forward-thinking production, to the point where the first time I ever heard this dude's music back in the day, I actually just assumed he was from Memphis, or at least somewhere similar. However, Brotha Lynch Hung is actually out of Sacramento, California, and even prior to his self-produced 1993 breakout project 24 Deep, this dude had already made his bones as a name in the local hip-hop scene. Plus, he created all of the beats for fellow Bay Area legend X-Rated, and his classic 1993 debut Psychoactive, which is another West Coast gem I've been trying to add to the collection for a minute now. Well, Lynch would go on to drop some other quality projects like 1997's Reloaded and 2001's Block Movement, which was a collaboration with SIBO, another Cali pioneer that I actually have discussed before on the page. But today I really wanted to focus on the first official studio full-length here, because not only is it arguably his finest and most memorable work, but I also feel like the controversy surrounding this album was kind of an unfair and unique case, where even though it went gold, the uproar didn't really seem to boost the LP's sales and give it the type of widespread national attention that groups like Ghetto Boys or NWA received when they faced backlash about certain content. Of course, I wasn't actually around when this project was coming under fire, so maybe a good amount of people were aware of the drama, and I'd love to hear from some of my older fans if they did know about this, because basically, while I'm not going to get into all the specific details, back in the day, a student in Colorado taped a picture of this album's cover to his chest, then took the life of his roommates before attempting to take the life of his ex-girlfriend, along with taking 2 other students hostage, all of which was, of course, blamed on Brotha Lynch Hung, because people love avoiding responsibility and blaming their bad parenting on strangers, when Lynch isn't the one who put the gun in the kid's hand nor pulled the trigger, and I doubt he was even old enough to buy the music on his own without his parents getting it for him. Either way, I only wanted to bring that up because of how stupid it was, and again, correct me if I'm mistaken, but I just hadn't been under the impression that this situation is highlighted all that often. And considering how many younger rappers today literally list out the names of their deceased ops in every other track and get away with it, whether you think it's a good or bad thing, you really can't deny the fact that people like Brotha Lynch helped pave the way for free speech and protecting art in modern music. As for the actual content on Season of the Sickness, the instrumentals are extremely warped and sinister, yet they also often have distinct elements of more contemporary G-Funk. And this blend perfectly sets up Brotha Lynch Hung, who can seamlessly transition from intense, fast-paced rapid-fire flows to more slow and drawn-out deliveries. But regardless of the tempo and vocal packaging, the content usually stays within this one dark territory, comprised of satanic symbolism, heinous acts of violence, gang affiliations, and even cannibalism. There's actually a good handful of stellar verses that we get across this LP, but the one I want to delve into comes on the track Sick Made. And while I'm not going to read the entire thing, I will share a good chunk of the opening section, which Lynch kicks off rapping, "And when I packed me a gun, and oh, when I was young, I dreamt of beating them people up people that souffle a la tongue. Motherfuckers get hung. My bullet weighs a ton. The garden block dawn, the valley of the slum. That cannibalistic rapper that got that 9mm gun. That rapper that got them motherfuckers on the run. They thought that I was done, but Lynch is not the one to go out from a gunshot wound. Homie, I ain't done that soon. Bitches they come, but not just like the rest. Caught one in the chest, should have worn a vest, and oh, what a bloody mess. Puffing off the cess, dealing with the stress, killing off the less. Fortunate, but they trip when my 9 gets sick. Them rappers either die or stay stuck on my dick. 'Cause I'm that brother that they call Lynch. I got 'em all fiending for my shit. I empty clips, drink, and fuck with that spliff. Then it's that rapper that kill for the reason it's the season of the sick. That's why I got the urge to shoot that pussy clit and kill off that infant. So what is my intent? To show the motherfuckers living life ain't shit. I gets to getting real sick and eating bloody clit. The baby killer shit. Put him in a grave in an empty 40-ounce bottle and don't leave a drip. So while the extremely versatile and talented Brotha Lynch handled 100% of the production himself, he did for the most part have a set of respectable guest appearances like Zigzag Zoe, Mr. Doctor, Hist, and Ron Foster, but there's also a couple of features from the now disgraced Six, spelled Sicx, also known as Triple Six County, who is still rotting in prison due to doing unspeakable acts to his own children. And that's one of those rare cases where you wouldn't catch me dead giving them any type of shout out, regardless of how talented they may or may not be. Though keep in mind, this was way after his work on this LP, and there's interviews of Lynch addressing the situation directly. And obviously, it isn't like he could have possibly known that that would end up happening. I mean, it's kinda hard to believe anyone who's sexually abusing their own children would brag about it to their buddies. I know that was a bit of a tangent and may make parts of this album difficult to swallow at times, but on the other hand, the experience is already so horrorcore infused that even though I really don't wanna make light of the topic at all, in a weird way, it's almost kind of fitting that a truly sick individual is on here, especially since Season of the Sickness already had a dark lineage. And again, I mean that with zero disrespect intended towards Brother Lynch or the victims of that crime. We do get a number of colorful skits here that add even more personality and help break up the pace, while simultaneously contributing to the sound and atmosphere. However, they won't be included in my list of honorable mentions, as that right is reserved for top tier songs, including Return of the Baby, Liquor Sick, Deep Down, Dead Man Walking, Welcome to Your Own Death, and Real Lokes. Then for the overall three favorites, I had to go with tracks like Rest in Piss, Loke to the Brain, and That's Real Gangsta. Thank you for watching my 420th video. Next up, we have a legendary rapper who nowadays is a bit more known as a podcast host. So keep an eye out for that one, and if you enjoyed, be sure to like, subscribe, and let me know what your favorite moments off this controversial yet insanely dope LP are. Don't forget to have a great day, and I'll see you next time, okay? Alright.